strength development due to this is actually inhibited till 7 days rather than जो 3 दिन में strength develop हो जाती, now that strength development will happen 7 days when you are using a retarding admixture. Now the third one is water reducing admixture. This is a water reducing admixture, and this is the clear definition of this is that you are actually reducing the quantity of water that is required in casting of the concrete. It has got no other benefits than you want to reduce the water content. Now this comes in type A, the ASTM classification, and also in type D, which I discussed the last time around. Then there is a 5 to 10% reduction in water content. Now, what is the purpose of reducing water? The purpose of reducing water is always that you want a higher strength development. That is one of the basic purposes of reducing the amount of water. But using these water reducing admixtures, you can also reduce, which I discussed in the accelerating admixtures, where you were using accelerators would decrease the freezing point. If there is no water or if there is less water that is required for setting of concrete. So less amount of water would actually freeze, and less amount of water freezing would mean there will not be more effects of the freezing. So you can reduce the water at the same time along with using the accelerators in a frozen condition. So there is a mixture of water reducing as well as accelerators which you can use under such situations. Now, such type of admixtures, they lead to segregation. They may lead to segregation of particles within concrete because there is less amount of water. So the particles, the heavier particles may just settle down. Now, and there is about the flowability of concrete. Now that flowability, you can maintain it good. Rather, there will be less segregation, there will be low segregation of particles within concrete, and the flowability of the concrete will be good. Why is segregation low? Because there is less amount of water, and water does not come up towards the top surface. So the particles, once mixed together, they will not have more amount of water for water and cement and sand to flow. So there will be segregation will be less. The flowability will be good, not best, but it will be good enough. So this is required. Water reducing admixture is required for higher strength development. Now this is the ultimate strength. This is not an initial strength. This is the ultimate strength development. For that purpose, the water reducing admixture is actually required. Now the fourth admixture is the superplasticizer. Does anyone has any question?
So इससे क्यों लेकिन strength increase होगी पानी कम होने से?
There is a relationship between water to cement ratio and strength development. जितना आप पानी ज़्यादा add करोगे than the permissible water cement ratio, you can go up till 0.7 water cement ratio, जिसमें पानी to cement का ratio 0.7 है. लेकिन जितना जितना आप उससे कम करोगे, actually what is happening, that cement content is then increasing with respect to the water. Now this is very important to note that cement is actually leading to the increase in strength. Now if you are increasing the amount of water with respect to cement, that means there is more water and less cement there. So this is a very important thing. Water combines with cement. It water leads to hydration of cement, but too much of water will actually make the cement flow. Water content, water to cement ratio above 0.7, the water and cement will flow together. So that will not settle down within the formwork. So, and that will not maintain a consistent paste and as well as a consistent workable concrete. So you require a maximum limit of water to cement ratio 0.7, above which it becomes into a slurry. Now below 0.7, more and more you keep on decreasing the water content. Actually, the all water that is well needed for cement hydration would not be more than even 0.1 required. So 0.3% to 0.45%, 0.33 to 0.45, that is 0.45. This is 33 to 45% water cement ratio is the usual that we use in the normal concrete. Now, if I want to decrease below 0.33, here the reduction is happening 5 to 10%. At 0.45, you will get a grade of concrete which will have around M10 to M15, and even you can achieve up till M20 grade of concrete, which is the strength of concrete. That is 10 megapascal to 20 megapascal. You have not studied the M, what is M right now. I'll just tell you it's 10 megapascal to 20 megapascals. Below, for achieving higher strength, you require 0.45 से कम आपको water cement ratio लेना है. At 0.33, now that will require water reducing admixture to be added for higher strength element to achieve the higher strength. So it's actually happening like this, that you have a relationship between water content, water cement ratio with respect to strength. So more you are increasing the water content, the water cement ratio, lesser is the strength that you will achieve. So we usually think that हम जितना पानी मिलाएंगे उसकी strength उतनी बढ़ती जाएगी, but that's not true. If there is a proper mix, above which using more water, it's actually decreasing the strength of concrete. And you need to remember this कि जब आप साइड पे देखोगे, when जहां पर भी कंक्रीट मिक्स बनाया जाता है, एक कंक्रीट का ऐसे mix they form and then they puddle the water in between and they then thoroughly mix it if they are not using the mixer, and they keep on adding water such that it becomes good pasty material जिसपे वो mason, on which the mason can easily work on. But that with that much amount of water it's becoming less and less strong. But लेकिन आप उसमें कुछ भी नहीं कर सकते हो क्योंकि mason will not agree to work on such amounts of water. So mason then actually requires a concrete which will have more plasticity, not more water. He actually requires concrete with more plasticity. For that, you can use super plasticizers. So super plasticizer is a water reducing admixture, but of high range. It's not of low range, it's high range water reducing admixture. So you can reduce the amount of water content from 25 to 35%. You can reduce once you are adding the super plasticizer. So it's a water reducing admixture of high range. It comes under type F in ASTM classification. Super plasticizer along with a retarder, if you can mix them together, then they become type G. Even a retarder is a water reducing admixture, so you can also use superplasticizer along with retarder. Now there are various chemicals which are active superplasticizer. One is sulfonated melamine, formaldehydes. These are all condensed in condensed form. Then there is sulfonated naphthalene, again formaldehyde condensed. You can have modified lignosulfonates. You have sulfonic acids, esters. Then you have carbohydrate esters. Now, broadly, there are melamine-based superplasticizers. And then there are naphthalene-based superplasticizers. Now, all these chemicals that you are using, they are in the market, they are available through brand names. There are various brand names. I will not name them here. So they are available in the market. You have water. Now, what is the process of formation of these superplasticizers? They are formed in the factories through the process of organic polymers से बनाए जाते हैं, and then which are actually synthesized. And synthesis is a process of artificially forming a material from an organic polymer. You are actually forming a gel-like structure, which is through complex polymerization. So now it could be a long chain polymer, or it could be a short chain polymer. Mostly superplasticizers are long chain polymers. And once they are long chain polymers, you can actually break the chain while you are synthesizing from the organic polymer. This you are doing the process of synthesis in order to achieve the polymer chain. You can break it anywhere, and you will get the quality of the superplasticizer based on that. So, what does the superplasticizer actually do in concrete? It is increasing the slump value from 775 mm से ये 200 mm तक ले सकता है. So this is the amount of increase in the slump without adding water. आपने अभी तक ये पढ़ा कि आप workability कब ज़्यादा achieve कर सकते हो? When you are adding more water, then it will become more workable. And its slump value will be more when slump value is that slump cone going down. जब ज़्यादा पानी होगा, then it will go down more quickly. तो यहाँ पर इस प्रोसेस में क्या हो रहा है कि ये 75 से 200 mm इसका slump value ये हो रहा है, change हो रहा है without adding any further water. You are just maintaining the same amount of water. So thereby you can actually decrease the water to cement ratio from 0.33 से to 0.2 तक भी पहुंचा सकते हो. आप 0.45 से 0.28 तक पहुंचा सकते हो. So this is the amount of decrease in water cement ratio that you can achieve by adding the superplasticizers. Thereby, what is happening, that is, there will be little bleeding. This is one benefit. There will be little bleeding of the, क्योंकि पानी कम है, the bleeding will not be there. Segregation will not happen easily. Strength development will happen quickly because what we actually require, water is required only for hydration, not for maintaining the plasticity of the mix. For plasticity, you are adding the super plasticizer. Mm, and this super plasticizer, which is a water reducing admixture of high range, that is you for that you're using this for maintaining the plasticity such that it becomes workable for the mason to use. So you can achieve a flowing concrete if you are using super plasticizer. So you can achieve a flowing concrete, and that flowing concrete will maintain its consistency at the same time. That means उसमें particles अलग अलग नहीं हो जाएंगे, segregation particles की नहीं होगी, उसकी consistency maintain रहेगी flowing concrete की भी. कब? जब आप उनको आपस में प्लास्टिक फॉर्मेशन में जोड़ के रखोगे. सो इट आप इसको ऐसे समझ सकते हो, सुपर प्लास्टिसाइजर इज एक्चुअली मेकिंग अ जेल आउट ऑफ कंक्रीट. आपने जो जेली देखी है, तो वो सुपर प्लास्टिसाइजर उसको वैसे ही मोल्ड करता है. इट बिकम्स लाइक अ जेल, और it's different from becoming a paste. It's becoming a gel like thing. So it is plastic. Even the gel you can work on, mix on. So it will have, it even has more consistency even than of the normal concrete when you are using the super plasticizer. Now, where do you use? Yes, it does one more thing. It increases the strength of concrete, which I just told you. By how much? By 50 to 75% you can increase the strength of concrete. So that's a lot. If you have 20 megapascal, you can even reach up to 35 megapascals strength. If you have 30 megapascals strength of concrete, you can increase it even up till 50%. That's 40 to 50 megapascals. You can increase up to that. And it has been seen that we can use super plasticizers to get the ultra high performance concrete. What is ultra high performance concrete? That it has got a good amount of plasticity. It performs very well. It has got high amount of strength, even as high as 110 megapascal strength. So this is a lot. In our homes, I'll just give you an idea of the what is the strength that we require in our homes. जब हम plinth cast करते हैं, we only get 15 megapascal strength in our homes when we are constructing our homes. So with super plasticizers and with proper other admixtures like pozzolanic materials, if you're adding, like silica fume you're adding with steel fibers, you can achieve a high performance concrete of 110 megapascals. Now adding those materials, fly ash, silica fume, which are pozzolanic materials, उससे workability कम हो जाती है. So super plasticizer has to be added in higher proportions then. So what is the proportioning of adding the super plasticizer to the mix? You usually use it, add 1 to 3 liters per cubic meter of concrete. You're adding it 1 to 3 liters per cubic meter of concrete. For when you want it only to act as workability, आपको चाहिए तो 1 to 3 liters per cubic meter of concrete, that much amount of super plasticizer. It's available in liquid form. So you add it to concrete. Now when do you add it? जब आप मिक्सर में, तो now this is very important. This you're pouring coarse aggregates, बजरी पहले डालते हैं. Then you put the sand in. Then you add certain amount of charge. Charge is charging by water. तो थोड़ा सा पानी छिड़क देते हैं on coarse aggregates and fine aggregates, such that they become a little wet and they do not remain in a dry state. Then finally you are adding the cement. ताकि गर्दा ना उठे। अब वो उसमें थोड़ा सा पानी है, नाउ बिकॉज सीमेंट इज क्वाइट, इट्स वो बहुत फाइन है, सो व्हेन यू आर मिक्सिंग इट अलोन, तो वो एज, क्योंकि एट विद रोटेशन इट विल एक्चुअली वो सारा हवा में बाहर निकल जाएगा, सो यू कैन नॉट ऐड सीमेंट फर्स्ट बिकॉज इट्स टू फाइन. Although being more denser, it would have settled down at the bottom, but you cannot do this. Then उसमें चंक्स बन जाएंगे. अगर आप सीमेंट को पहले ही ऐड करोगे along with water, some amount of water, तो सीमेंट की चंक्स बन जाएंगे, तो वो बाद में मिक्स नहीं होगा कोर्स एग्रीगेट के साथ. So you have to allow the cement to mix properly first with the coarse aggregate and the fine aggregate. तो उसके लिए क्या करते हैं, पहले हम बजरी डालते हैं मिक्सर में, फिर रेत डालते हैं, फिर उसमें थोड़ा सा पानी छिड़क देते हैं फ्रॉम द टोटल वाटर दैट यू रिक्वायर. उसके बाद सीमेंट डालते हैं. आप सीमेंट डालने के बाद आप फिर से उसको थोड़ा सा मिक्स कर लेते हो, देन यू फाइनली ऐड वाटर, so that cement first goes into the gaps between coarse and fine aggregate, then you finally add water. अब ये नॉर्मल प्रोसेस है. Now when you are using super plasticizer, because in that case you are reducing the amount of water. So how do we add super plasticizer? हम एक बकेट लेते हैं, उसमें वाटर कंटेंट मेजर्ड होता है हमारा, तो उसमें हम we are actually mixing this is water inside this, then we mix super plasticizer to this. Now very important, we are mixing the super plasticizer to the water, not to the, we are mixing it's in the liquid formation. फिर हम एक टैंपिंग रॉड लेते हैं, उस टैंपिंग रॉड से हम, और स्टिरर, हम एक स्टिरर भी ले सकते हैं, तो उससे हम इसको स्टिर करते हैं such that super plasticizer and water they mix together. तो फिर हम वाटर प्लस सुपर प्लास्टिसाइजर इकट्ठे इसके साथ मिक्स करते हैं. नाउ इफ यू डू इट सेपरेटली, अगर आप सुपर प्लास्टिसाइजर अलग से इस पे मिलाओगे, देयर विल बी नो इफेक्ट ऑफ सुपर प्लास्टिसाइजर. वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, यू हैव टू मिक्स सुपर प्लास्टिसाइजर विद वाटर, देन ऐड टू दिस कॉन्क्रीट मिक्स. अदरवाइज सुपर प्लास्टिसाइजर अलग से एक जेल टाइप है, तो वो अलग रहेगा. It will not mix with these coarse aggregate fines and cement particles along with water, तो उसका effect ही नहीं होगा. So very important, you have to mix super plasticizer with water and then use it. So for only achieving the workability 1 to 3 liters, if you want to achieve along with workability, you want to decrease the water content of, for achieving higher strength, जिसका purpose है higher strength development, तो आप 5 से 20 लीटर पर क्यूबिक मीटर ऑफ सुपर प्लास्टिसाइजर ले सकते हो. लेकिन एक अल्टीमेट लिमिट होती है, you cannot go above that. So 5 to 20 liters is the amount of super plasticizer that you can use in such situations. And then there is a question of prolonged mixing of the super plasticizer. Now if you keep on mixing the super plasticizer to the with the concrete, what you will get is a mix that will become too plastic and it will begin to flow, and you do not want that to happen. So you do not mix it more than 5 minutes. Yes, you can recharge and it up with more small doses of, and so you can divide it into 2 or 3 charges. पहले आपने एक चार्ज दिया वाटर प्लस सुपर प्लास्टिसाइजर, फिर एक और चार्ज दिया वाटर प्लस सुपर प्लास्टिसाइजर, देन अलाउ इट टू मिक्स फॉर 2 to 3 minutes. उसके बाद रिचार्ज फिर से दिया ऑफ लोअर डोजेस, ताकि उसमें कंसिस्टेंसी मेंटेन रहे और उसकी प्लास्टिसिटी मेंटेन रहे. सो दिस इज the effect of superplasticizer. Then there are two more. I will not be discussing these. These are waterproofing admixtures. That's not in our syllabus. And then there is antibacterial, but these are also admixtures. So there are these two more admixtures. So with this, we have completed the admixtures portion, and we have completed the basics of how the concrete is formed.